2. Could you give these to Cobb? My car does 10 miles to the liter. To his surprise, the door was open. The museum is open from Monday to Friday. The time is 10 to 5. Touching your homework. I think we need to speak. Toward US. He drove off towards the mountain. Towards UK. I'd better go. It's getting towards midnight. He contributed on luck towards the new building. It's the first step towards peace. He was a positive attitude toward his work. Under. The mouse ran under the chair. The bucket is under the sink. Submarines can travel underwater. We drove under a bridge. I have a t-shirt under my pullover. Who do the work? Who do you work under? Who is your boss? I'm under orders from the president. What is the subject under discussion? Under the company rules, we can't do that. Please buy it if it's under $50. Underneath. The nurse put a pillow underneath his dead head. There is a big cellar underneath our house. Unlike. That's very unusual. It's unlike Andrea to be so rude. This problem is unlike any we have met before. Until they continued the meeting until 11 p.m. Please wait until I come. Up. Jack and Jill ran up the hill. There is a post office up the street. Up on. Please don't put your shoes up on the table. There are now no dinosaurs up on Earth. I need a book up on biochemistry. We must open upon a Monday. We meet upon a Monday. He broke his leg upon getting out of the car. Versus, he was the judge in the case of Gore versus Bush. We should choose peace versus war. Bhaya, we flew from Paris to Bangkok via Dubai. With, do you live with your parents? He's been with EnglishClub.com for 2 years. I discussed it with her. With your permission, I would like to go. If you mix red with yellow, you get orange. Muriel is the girl with black hair. Do you want to come with us? I made this chair with my own hands. You will forget her with time. Within. There is a modem within the computer. I will finish within 30 minutes. He lives within 10 miles of his work. It's not within my power to help you. Without. I want trousers without buttons. I came without my wife because she is working. He watched without speaking. Worth. The car is worth $10,000. Complex prepositions. According to John, Mary was late. I believe John. Ahead of. Anthony is ahead of Rachel in the race. He will win. We have a long day ahead of us. Let's get going. Along with. Do you want some pork along with the chicken? Apart from. Nobody objected apart from you. So we did it. As for Matt, he will arrive later. Aside from. I have another car aside from this one. Both are red. As per, we must work strictly as per the law. As to your behavior, I think you were wrong. As well as, you should telephone as well as write just to be sure. Away from. The cat ran away from the dog and escaped. Because of. We can't play tennis because of the rain. but for it's your fault, but for you, I would have been on time. By means of, you open a door by means of its handle. Close to, my car is close to your car, about 2 cars away. Contrary to, contrary to expectations, the euro fell in value. Depending on, we will play tennis tomorrow depending on the rain. Due to, the cancellation was due to the rain. There was no other reason. Except for, everyone was present except for Mary. She stayed at home. Forward of, he was sitting forward of me in the plane. I could just see the back of his head. Farther 2 years later, I have spoken to Mr. Brown. In addition to, there were two people in addition to me, so that made three of us. In between, he is in between the two opinions he wants to compromise. In case of, you can phone me in case of need, day or night. In face of, he reacts bravely in face of danger. In favor of, I'm not in favor of your idea, it won't work. In front of, you can park your car in front of my house. I couldn't see the film because the woman in front of me was wearing a big hat. In lieu of, I don't have any dollars, can I pay euro in lieu of dollars? In spite of, we went swimming in spite of the cold water. Instead of, we don't have any tea. Would you like coffee instead of tea? In view of your illness, we'll wait for a week. Irrespective of, I don't like it. Irrespective of what you say. Irrespective of the price, I don't want it. Price isn't everything. Near to, there is a restaurant near to my office, just 2 minutes away. Next to, the school is next to the bank, between the hotel and the bank. On account of, don't worry on account of me. Think about yourself. On behalf of, I am calling you on behalf of Mr. Brown. I represent him in legal matters. On board, is there a doctor on board this plane? On to, the cat jumped onto the chair. On top of, the cat is sitting on top of the television. Opposite to, there is a tree opposite to the house, straight across the road. Other than, sorry, we are out of whiskey, but we have every drink other than whiskey. Out of, take your hands out of your pockets and help me. We went out of the room to smoke a cigarette. We were out of eggs. Shall I buy some? Outside of. They stopped outside of the city to check the map before entering. Owing to, we didn't go swimming. Owing to the cold weather. Preparatory to, I made a graph preparatory to the meeting, so everything was ready. Prior to, I never spoke French prior to living in France, but I learned quickly after coming to France. Regardless of, I don't want it, regardless of the price, even it's free, I just don't want it. Save for everyone came, save for Lake who had to work. Thanks to Shirley, we arrived on time. Together with, I'd like chicken please, together with vegetables. We are up against a powerful enemy. Up to, there was a soap here up to 1990, but it closed that year. We worked up until they came. Then we stopped. Visa, sorry. With reference to your comments, I will reply soon. I am writing with reference to your order. With regard to, I would like to speak to you with regard to your work. Some prepositions of place: on, above, over, in front of, beside, below, under, behind. There is a cuff on the table. The helicopter hovered above the house. The police placed a sheet over the body. He stood in front of the door and ranged the bell. Ram sat beside Tara in the cinema. A small steam runs below that bridge. He put the key under the doormat. He put his hands behind his back. Some prepositions of time. Look at the picture. He has coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon, wine in the evening. I work during the morning, afternoon, evening, day or night. Let's meet at 6 p.m. The clock strikes 12 at midday, noon, midnight. The condemned man was shot at sunrise. Down the street lights come on at sunset or dusk. We can see the stars at night. Thanks to all.